The sum of the parts equals the whole. I have always believed that statement, that theory, that equation. But right now, I'm having this huge case of what in the absolute fucks going on. Trying to just assemble all of the parts so I can figure out what the fuck is the whole. I know this is in astrology, we're entering the year of the burning horse. I'm not really clear on exactly how that works, but we just came out of the year of the snake, shedding skin, rebirth, regrowth, death, and dying, and fucking, I don't know. And then the horse is supposed to take off running, and so everything's going to be chaotic. And man, could that even be more accurate than it is right now? The It is so hard to really grasp the enormity of the reveal from all of this Epstein insanity. It is really, really hard. And while all of that is going on, the speed at which AI is evolving, folks, is horrifying. And the race is madness and insanity. And if you do try to assemble the sum of the parts so you can get the whole of what is going on with AI and why, and all this talk about how it's going to increase productivity and people are going to be so much more creative and have so much more free time, and but nobody ever talks about how in the fuck is this supposed to work, man? How do people pay for all of this production and express all of their goddamn creativity when they don't have a job? And it's happening. It's here now. And what's going to happen, I'm telling you this, a bunch of it's going to fail. 99% of AI integration with small business and medium-sized, medium-cap businesses it's totally going to fucking fail. Just boom, implode. Not going to happen. But the disaster of that is still gonna just destroy the jobs market, and then the 1% that does work is gonna lead to the next rev, the next evolution of artificial intelligence, which isn't artificial intelligence. Thanks to our dear friend Harari, it's alien intelligence. We've created and invited alien intelligence into our house. Literally. Literally. And the surveillance world now is just in madness. And people just can't grasp how huge this is, how big it is, and how it's in their everyday lives every time they do anything. I mean, almost down to taking a shit, man. I mean, our phones are listening, Siri's listening, Alexa's listening, the TVs are listening, the drones are watching, the satellites are tracking. It's our illusion of any type of privacy is a joke. It's absurd. And it was all taken away from us without our permission, without our consent, without our knowledge, really. I mean, who understood what Google was doing when they began the ads by program and started gathering and filtering data on users to determine likes, dislikes, etc.? I mean, who explained the evolution of all of this to just normal people who don't speak the language of code? They don't speak the language of big business. They don't speak the language of AI. I don't. I mean, fuck, I'm not supposed to. And most of us aren't supposed to. And we're not supposed to be wondering how we train our agent to make better fucking coffee. I'm literally trapped in this beta loop of what the fuckism. Holy what the fuck. It's all happening so fast, so much. We can't forget war in Gaza, war in Ukraine, more war potentially. We just walked away from a 50-year nuclear contract, a deal we've had with Russia for 50 fucking years, quietly just disappeared. And now we're talking about building more nukes and rearming and begetting more childish, misogynistic, patriarchal, and moronic as the days continue to unfold. This is, and no, we're not talking about that. We're not talking about the fact that we crossed the threshold. The 1.5 Celsius threshold is gone for the benchmark for climate change, that scientists said we cannot go past this tipping point, and we have. We've gone past it, and we've gone past it 15 years early. Fuck. Everything is moving so fast, and there's a lot of positivity as well going on here. Technology can be our friend. AI can be our friend. Look at all of the information that is being shared, how quickly people are being educated. And once again, depending on your platform and your political views and your personal views, but there is real information out there. There's real sources. The Atlantic is one of my favorites. Of course, as soon as you try to think of something, this is the chaos of this time too. As soon as I try to remember a specific media company that I trust, I go into gridlock and I can't remember shit. I got the Atlantic and then I went tone deaf. Now the rest will come to me later as I continue to talk and I'll throw them out. But goddamn, The Guardian. See, here we go. Everything is happening so fast, so much, so strong, so many opportunities, and yet so much adaptation is being called for. I want to do a series on American history, which I'm going to do on the Unbelievable Reality podcast. And I'm going to begin here in the next few days. I hope you get a chance. If you ever see this video, I hope you get a chance to look at the longer forms, because really in this country, and I've come to understand that I can only try to comprehend what's going on and what has gone on in our country, in my country, the United States of America. When I try to understand all of world history, and when I break off into Rome, Greece, Egypt, Mesopotamia, Babylonia, the Muslim the states, and the rise of Islam, etc., etc., it's all too much. So I got to stay focused purely on this country, in this place, in this time, because this is what I know and this is where I live. The history of our country is a great guidebook to understand why we're where we're at right now. This is not really, the craziest thing is this. None of this is a surprise. This has always been the United States of America. It's always been racist. It's always been a monarchy in a lot of ways. We brought all the habits of Britain to our shores, all the habits of Europe to our shores. And in some weird effort to hide the fact that we still were in love with monarchy and we still really wanted a king, we tried this experiment called, a democratic republic. But it was never that way. And the United States was built on exploitation and extraction. And that's what's happening today. Exploitation of workers and exploitation of services and morals and values and fundamentals, basics, and then of course extraction of resources, water to build data centers, for better surveillance state, to make more products, right? Electricity on a grid that's 50 to 70 years old. but so this is the same thing the robber barons did in the late 1800s when the railroads really blew up and monopolized the world. Then it was Rockefeller with Standard Oil, and it goes on after that. I mean, there's been an eternal struggle since this country was founded to to destroy any attempt by average workers, average people to organize and unionize. Capitalism has always been exploitive, and it's never cared about the cost in human lives. It's never cared about the toll. Capitalism never cares about the toll of war because war is good for business. What's fascinating is in the year 2026, as the father of five, I'm watching this really begin to unravel at a tremendous pace in every direction possible: personal, political, physical, emotional. It's all coming at us all from everywhere, and they're all parts. They're all parts. Somehow we have to figure out what is the whole, what is the sum of all these parts, because we need to figure out the sum of all these parts so that we can dismantle it and provide new parts to make a new efficient machine that runs better, it's more economical, and it's not going to destroy the very earth that we walk on. The sum of the parts equals the whole. That's a really powerful thing. And if you're out there in the world and you've watched this video for 12 minutes and you're suffering from the same dilemma known as what in the fuck is going on, I don't know what to recommend. What I don't recommend is that you hide from it. Don't drink over it. Don't use over it. Don't let it destroy your marriage. Don't let it destroy your family. Be a participant. Use your brains. If you're smart enough to have found unbelievable reality and you're smart enough to watch the entire video, then you're going to be smart enough to make some changes in your lifestyle to prepare for whatever eventuality is coming our way. As always, these are opinions and thoughts. If you don't like them, well, fuck, don't watch. Otherwise, subscribe, follow Unbelievable Reality Podcast. I'm Roy Arthur on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, and Patreon. A voice must be heard. And in order for the voice to be heard, it must be shared. And the message must be solid and it must be honest. Honesty, as I did in a previous post, is such a lonely word. Still a great song. And we're going to have to find honesty in our actions in order for us to prevail.